Lady Azura of the Crimson Gate, the Queen of Dawn and Dusk, hear my prayer. Guide my son with your gentle touch. Illumine his path with the wisdom of the morning, and shelter his heart with the serenity of twilight. May he walk with purpose and courage, balanced by your eternal grace. Bless him with clarity at the crossroads and peace as he journeys through the unknown. In your luminous presence, may he always find his way. And if you cannot do this for him, allow me to try in your stead.
Hello, and welcome back to some more Oblivion with Anderin Selis. So we're just going to pick up right where we left it, heading into Pale Pass, the mouth of the serpent, to recover the Draconian Madstone. The ruins appear to be infested with undead Akaviri. I don't know how long they've been trapped here, but I should proceed with caution. I need to locate the Akaviri commander of the fort, who is said to possess the Draconian Madstone. Exactly. Oh, the ogre finally showed up. There was one like chasing us from everywhere, but I could not find him. Maybe they'll fight each other? Kind of. Good job. Are you carrying anything? Not really. It's just like blade gear renamed, so we're not going to be taking that crap. I should really just equip the healing spell instead of using potions so we can actually get some restoration levels, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a reason why I haven't. I think we just ran out of charges too. That's not good. I'm going to switch back to Umbra because it does a little bit more damage. I'm going to hotkey some spells here. We're just going to have to keep summoning the zombie until we can get something a little better. As much as I hate him, he's the best we've got. We might actually get, yeah, we're like one skill up from getting a level, so I should probably be careful. I don't think we've trained this level. I don't think we did, because we were in the Mehrunes Razor dungeon at the time. Scales of the Serpent. Do we want to go that way? Maybe not. Let's go this way. At least explore the first floor. I think the health bars have reset at this point. Like, he has a lot of health, but it's not 800 like the ogres were having. We do have a couple of, like, blade skills, right? Can't we disarm people if we attack them from behind? Maybe. No. I think we can. I think we have a couple moves now that our blade's high enough. We're actually, I think we're at blade 48. Yeah, so we're pretty close to just getting 50 in that. Maybe it's 50 you get the disarm ability. Zombie out. Zombie is dead. Let's get another one out. Yeah, from what I remember, this dungeon is pretty freaking gigantic. It's one of the more interesting ones, though. You have enemies you don't normally fight, which already makes it interesting, even if they are just skeletons with blade equipment. And there's like a puzzle at the end that's actually, I don't know if it's actually difficult, but it's more complicated than any Skyrim puzzle. I bought a bunch of new conjuration spells that we should be able to use when we hit conjuration 50, and we are already at, no, we're already at 52? Well, then why the heck can't we cast these? Why do they cost so much magic? I mean, I know our intelligence isn't great, but that's crazy. We still can't cast those. I forgot we hit conjuration 50, man. So why does our summon still suck? And we just leveled up. That's not the best. Guess we are kind of taking a beating though, so that's why our freaking light armor just leveled up. So this leads to the fangs, and that also leads to the fangs. So either way, we're going kind of in the right direction. I'm sure it loops around or something. So I think in the Legacy of the Dragonborn mod for Skyrim, you actually come here to Pale Pass, and the dungeon is pretty similar. It's way cooler and more decorated, but it's actually very similar to the one in Oblivion. There's this huge chamber like this with like traps. You fight the Under King. Okay, Eyes of the Serpent, Scales of the Serpent. I don't know if we're just looking to get to the end or if we're supposed to find some sort of keys. Just gonna keep going on, I guess. Conjuration leveled up. All right. We don't really have any magicka increasing items yet. That's part of the problem. Move, zombie, okay. He almost died there. At least the zombie's holding them in place so I can sit here and heal. Well, he was. Yes, step in the needles. There we go. Clearing it out here pretty well. We only almost died like 10 times. Ooh, there we go. Restoration level. That's what I'm looking for. Be great to cast some better healing spells. Then we don't even need to make healing potions anymore. Venom of the Serpent. I think that's where we need to go. Yes. Hey.
We have awaited your arrival, messenger. You have made a long and perilous journey, but there is no time to rest. The army of Raymond is at our doorstep, and our supplies have dwindled. We have awaited your arrival. Tell us, what news do you bring from Akavir?
Here are your orders.
Well done, soldier. Your mission is complete, and you have my thanks. Now we may rest. Long live the Akavir.
Long live the Akavir. After seeing the orders, the Akaviri commander vanished. The ruins are now silent and at peace. After so many years, the Akaviri's final mission has been completed. I should proceed ahead and search for the Madstone. Am I thinking of a completely different dungeon? I might be. I swear there's one where you like move statues around. I guess it's not this one. Oh, I lied. This dungeon doesn't really have puzzles. Ooh, a skill book. We'll wait to read that. And then the Draconian Madstone. Resist poison and resist disease. Probably one of the more underwhelming amulets. I mean, resisting disease is okay. But, yeah, I don't know if it's worth using an amulet slot for that. Cure disease potions are pretty easy to get, and as long as you don't have a ton of infamy, you can pretty much always cure your disease for free, so. I actually think that gets rid of the skeletons, too. If I was reading what it said right. Alright, well, I think we just have to head back then. There's some more of the dungeon. I don't think there's anything like in the... Oh, I guess there's like some chests. Some garbage loot in it, but, you know, some sort of dungeon or cell down here. I'm pretty sure these stones are supposed to fall down. They just didn't, in my case. Okay. Good job, Bethesda. What's... Okay, can we get out this way? Another chest? 70 gold? Sure. Here we go. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm going to get out of Pale Pass, and I will bring you back when it's time to turn in the Madstone. I thought this dungeon was a completely different one. Whoops. It was not long at all. Alright, we are finally back. Man, that takes forever to go back through that Serpent's Pass.
Welcome back, my lord.
Have you recovered the Madstone?
I have.
I never thought it possible. I mean, I had hoped. But to actually hold it in my hands. Oh, it's more beautiful than I imagined it. Congratulations. I had a feeling
And
you were
you're
the right
uglier
person
than I
for the job.
imagined.
And it seems I owe you a reward. This Akaviri ring was found with the messenger's diary. It awards the wearer with increased agility and resistance to harmful magic.
Sounds pretty
It's
good.
known as the Ring of the Viper Eye. I hope it serves you well in your future journeys. May luck be always on your side.
I think she puts it on display, right? Oh yeah, there it is. Let's check out the Viper Ring, or Ring of the Viper Eye. Fortify Agility 9, Resist Magicka 13. Is that better than what we have? I don't think it is, but we'll keep it because it's unique. And speaking of unique things, we are going to wait until everyone goes to bed and steal it back because, you know, Anderin, he's not exactly a changed man. He's doing a little bit of what his father said to do. That doesn't change who he is. And he would most definitely steal that back. We're also going to steal the book right here, as long as we hide behind the throne. I think you should see us, yep. Well, thank you for your donations. I'm going to prop it up in my house somewhere. We're also going to wait again until morning
Good to see you.
and ask her about it.
The Madstone is finally mine. It's the pinnacle of my collection. Many thanks to you again.
But we're going to buy a house here.
Nothing I would tell to you. Get lost. This
Never
better
mind.
be
She
good.
hates our guts, even though we just helped her. Yeah, let's get her to like us.
I've been looking for just the right owner for a special home I have. It's a quaint little house conveniently located just off the main gate.
Is it now? I'll gladly pay 10,000 gold.
Wonderful. I'll have the deed transferred to you. Here is your key to the door. As I
Sweet.
said, it's located right by the main gate. I've had a look at the place myself, and it could use some furnishings inside. Quite barren in there, I'm afraid. I'm fairly certain that Suratan at Nova Roma here in Bruma can acquire the things you'll need to make it look like home. May luck be all.
So this is what we're going to do every time we finish these side quests or the city. Sort of similar to how it is in Skyrim, where you have to complete a certain amount of quests before you're allowed to become a Thane and purchase a house. And I always like to do that in Skyrim, and so I figured we would do it in Oblivion too. We're going to buy all the furnishings since we have a lot of money. Very, very expensive. I feel like I have a mod that's changing it, but maybe
That's
not.
a good deal.
I've bought everything for my house in Bruma. Sweet. It's kind of a small house if I remember right. Is it this one? Yes. Plus we also need a bed. And it's nice to just have a bed in every house so you don't have to always stay at a tavern. Yeah, it's 2 floors kind of. Here's our bed. Let's drop all of these in here. We don't need them anymore. But before we level up, we should go train something. I feel like the priest inside of this trains in restoration. So we're going to do that really, really quick. Restoration 25, for example, so we can cast better spells. All right, now we can go level up. So let's do endurance +5. I guess we'll take speed +5. I don't like any of these multipliers, honestly. Let's do personality. You know, Andrin's trying to make the people of Cyrodiil like him, so maybe he's getting his personality up a little bit. We're also level 25. So before we do anything else, let's go train something again. What do we want to train? We do have that skill book. Let's read that right now for athletics. Nice. I want to kind of avoid leveling up our major skills because that'll just level us up very quickly. Maybe we'll just do restoration again. It's kind of lame though. I was doing marksman before, but we haven't been using a bow. I guess we could try using a bow again. All right, let's go to Anvil really quick and train some marksmen and go grab a bow and some good arrows. All right, marksman 29 or 30, I think. Not bad, not bad. All right, so we have a pretty good bow right here. I think it's an ebony bow. Yeah, that does fire damage, so we're gonna use that. And then we have some pretty dang good arrows. A lot of glass arrows, so we're gonna roll with that. just to mix it up a little bit. I do like bows in Oblivion much better than I like them in Morrowind. Still not as busted, broken as they are in Skyrim, though. All right, so we've done Anvil, we've done Bruma. We could do Skingrad next. Skingrad's kind of a weird one, though.
That was the strangest book
There's not actually a lot of side quests here. There's buying the house, of course, and then the house has its own little side quest. And then you have the Nirnroot quest. And then you have the Paranoia quest, which we've already done, where we murdered a bunch of people.
Me? I'm Falano, House Lalo, as if that matters here.
It doesn't.
I'm the only alchemist in Skingrad. Not much business here, but I can't go back to Morrowind. It's just like anywhere else in the Empire. By the way, do you happen to know what the fine is here in Cyrodiil for necrophilia? Just asking.
Is it the first offense?
Let's assume... no.
Then it's at least 500 gold.
That's nothing compared to Morrowind, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Can you tell me about Nirnroot?
I don't know. Never seen that sort of route before. Head over to the West Weald Inn and talk to Sindarian. He could identify it for you, I'm sure.
Why do you hate me so much?
Stop talking.
Dunmer are supposed to like each other. Yeah, so this starts the Nirnroot quest. A quest I would guarantee 99% of people have never, ever finished. I don't blame them for it. We're going to head down into the cellar here and speak to Sindarian.
What brings you to my little home underground? So, you've brought something for me to examine?
Yes, I brought you some Nirnroot.
Yes, this is a genuine Nirnroot sample. Very nice quality, in fact. That gives me an idea. Since you already know what they look like, do you feel up to a bit of a collecting expedition?
Not particularly, but what did you have in mind?
Excellent. But before you go, you're going to need to learn a bit more about Nirnroot. Otherwise, you may walk in circles and never find any.
Okay.
A few years ago, an adventurer not unlike yourself sold me a musty old tome containing alchemical formulas. Most of them were worthless.
Just like you.
But one of the moldy pages contained a recipe for a potion known as an elixir of exploration, a sort of ultimate dungeon delver's brew. The formula looked sound, except it required an extremely rare ingredient. Yes, you guessed it, the Nirnroot. I put the book aside because, frankly, I had so many other delicate experiments going on that I just didn't have the time to go plant hunting.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now that you're here, that changes things. The Elixir of Exploration is a multi-purpose potion that was obviously created with the dungeon explorer in mind. The formula describes many magnitudes of the brew. If you're interested, I wrote a short missive about it for the Imperial Alchemy Symposium. You bring me 10 samples of Nirnroot, and I'll make the elixir available to you at a huge discount, as well as give you one for free. The best place for you to start would be Shade Leaf Copse, which is a part of the Great Forest northeast of here. Good luck, and hurry back with more of the Nirnroot.
Yeah, so, like he said, every 10 Nirnroot you bring him, he'll create you an elixir, and the more you bring him, the stronger the elixir gets. And this was always kind of a disappointing thing to me because it sounds really cool. Like, you're going to get some super mega ultra potion, but from what I remember, the potion isn't that good. It gives you like Night Eye.
Welcome
I don't
back.
feel like it was ever that good, but we'll still
How goes the search?
do what we can right now.
Fantastic! You actually found 10 of the Nirnroot. I'll begin making the Elixir of Exploration right away. According to my research from the tome, I'll need at least 20 more Nirnroot to make the next magnitude of elixir. In any case, if you come back in about 24 hours, I should have the weaker elixir ready for you.
Yeah, so this quest involves pushing the wait command and handing him Nirnroots. We're obviously not going to do the whole thing in one sitting, but you know, we'll come to him. I'm sure we'll get enough
Any
Nirnroot
more luck?
by the time we're done playing this.
Here's a weak elixir of exploration. Not bad, eh? If you want more, you can buy them from me. I've discounted them for you, of course.
How many more Nernroot do we even have on us? 18. I don't feel like that's enough. Doesn't it say we need 20? I don't know. Let's look at the potion, though. The Elixir of Exploration. Weak Elixir. Fortify Health, Night Eye. I guess Night Eye is better than Detect Life. I'd rather have Night Eye. So, like, it's okay. I think it gets a little bit stronger and might add, like, more effects. So maybe it is good. I don't know if it's worth doing.
Any more?
I don't think we have enough.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know, if we get more at some point, we'll do it. So yeah, Skingrad, not the best source of side quests. The only other one we can do is buy a house. Yeah, we'll just do it right now. Let's go buy a house in Skingrad. Get the fanciest house in the game.
Count Hasseldor will only consider buyers of distinction. You just aren't famous enough.
Oh, I guess I forgot there's a fame requirement. Well, I guess we're not buying the house in Skingrad. I wonder what it is. What's our fame now? 14. Yeah, I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. All right, well, we're just going to move on to the next city. Let's do Chorrol. Chorrol's a good one. There's actually quite a few side quests here. I feel like Chorrol has some of the best side quests.
Hello. You haven't seen my sons, have you? They went off into the forest to fight those monsters, and I'm worried about them.
And this is one of them.
My sons. Have you seen my sons?
Tell me about your sons.
Yes, Rallis and Antis. They're going to fight off the creatures at our farm, but I fear for their safety.
What creatures?
For the last few days, we've suffered attacks from these creatures at our farm not far from Chorrol. They're coming from someplace in the Great Forest. I don't know where, but Rallis may know more by now. My boys will take up the fight, even if the guards won't. Doesn't matter if it's outside the town walls, it still affects us all. They expect me to go with them, but I fear in my old age I'm not the warrior I once was. Would you go in my place?
Well, Father told me to help the people of Cyrodiil, so yes.
Somehow, I knew you'd do the right thing.
That's surprising.
I'm supposed to meet them at Wayne Priory. You'd best get whatever supplies you need now, so you can get there in time. I need a drink to calm my nerves. Please, excuse me.
Yes, get back to your drinking. All right, well, this mission can go very, very wrong, and I'm pretty sure if it does, you don't get a reward. We're not going to let that happen, of course, because we're using a bow, and so we're just...
Antis, calm down. We'll be leaving soon enough. I just can't wait. This is going to be the greatest fight ever! This is no joke, Antis, and it's nothing to be excited about. If you don't want to be doing this, then why are you even here? Father and I can handle this. I'm here because even though I'm afraid, I know that we have to do this. Father would feel the same way. Father's not scared. Don't you dare say that. You'll see when he gets here. I'll ask him, and then you'll see. Who are you?
Hey.
I'm afraid I have no time for small talk, friend. I'm waiting for my father, Valis Odil. Have you seen him in town by any chance?
Yes, he's in the tavern getting wasted.
He's not coming with us? I think I understand, and it is better that he remains safe. Though I wonder why he has asked you to take his place.
Because I'm the main character.
You would join us, though you have no personal stake in this fight? An honorable deed. I gladly accept your help, then.
The first of our entire life.
There's no point in waiting here any longer. Follow me.
Yeah, so you got to make sure these two survive, and in the world of Oblivion with stupid NPCs, that's easier said than done, especially because we're such a high level, which is kind of terrifying. Goblins are pretty scary in this game at high level. We've arrived at Cyrodiil Farm. I need to help Antis and Rallis defeat the creatures that have been plaguing their home. Let's save.
Stay focused. Watch your backs and be careful. Antis, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go! Defend yourselves. Here they come!
I can't believe I missed. There we go.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
All right, not bad so far. Oh boy. I'd rather they like chase me around than attack those guys, so. You also have to make sure I don't actually hit one of them with my bow, because it'll probably kill them. How much health do you guys have? You've been hurt, so that's not good. No, attack me. No, attack me, please. I'm much more dangerous. Please, okay. Yeah, like, look how big this freaking goblin is, man. We just ran out of arrows. Let's switch to this one. Okay, oh my gosh. Look how many hit points this guy has. He's literally one hit away from death. That was close.
Let's go see my father, and let him know of our victory.
Yes. My victory. All right, let's turn it in and see what he gives us.
You're back, and you've brought my sons with you. How wonderful.
Yes, I'm a great guy like that.
My boys are safe. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for sticking with them and helping a foolish old man. Please, take this. I won't be needing it any longer. My battles are over. I plan to live out my days on the farm in peace and quiet.
And we get Chillrend, a sword that is in Skyrim. Is it in Morrowind? I don't remember. It surprisingly does not have a unique appearance. It's just a glass sword colored blue, but it's pretty good. Weakness to frost and frost damage. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. That quest seems like it would be very instrumental, though, in convincing Anderin that a father can love his sons, right? At least that's what I'm getting from it. So another quest in Chorrol is inside the Great Hall. And it's not just buying a house. There's a pretty interesting side quest here if you've never done it before.
I don't think so.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Chorrol. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation.
An investigation, you say?
I'm sorry, but the investigation is a secret, and I don't trust you enough to discuss it with you.
What if I...
This better be good.
0. She hates us. What if I boast about my deeds and threaten you?
Good one. You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Valga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you?
Of course, I'd be glad to help.
Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Chorrol.
Let's ask her about gathering clues.
Your best bet is to speak to residents of the castle. Once you have found out all you can, search for physical clues. I was elsewhere at the time of the robbery, and the chamber was locked. The only other people who have had access to the chamber and were unaccounted for are the court mage, Chanel, and the porter, Orgnolf. Don't forget to check with Bitneld, the captain of the guard, my steward, Orruk Grogoth, and my herald, Laith Wavrick. When you find enough evidence, confront the person whom you believe to be the villain and see if they will confess. I do not wish them harmed, as I want the thief to face justice. Chanel and Orgnolf both reside in the private quarters section. They have been restricted to remain indoors, so they should be easy to find. You may also want to speak to Bitneld, the captain of the guard. He can be found on patrol in Chorrol or in the barracks. Finally, I would try speaking to Orruk Grogoth, who is my steward. He resides in the private quarters section as well. If he isn't in the castle, he may be at the Northern Goods and Trade, buying food to stock our larder. The painting is all I have left that reminds me of the Count. I spend many a lonely night wishing that the words I speak to it will be heard, and not just fall upon the lifeless pigments and canvas.
Wow, that's really sad. I'll help you.
Good luck, investigator.
Yeah, so this quest, if you've never done it before, is actually kind of cool. You do have to interrogate people, look for clues, all the good stuff. I've done it before, so I know who the culprit is, but we're still going to go through the motions and
Leave me
talk to
alone.
people.
I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, captain of the Chorrol Guard. What can I do for you? There are a lot of fine-looking women in Chorrol, but they're all kind of snooty and not very nice.
Yeah, that's my experience with most women in this game.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Chorrol. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
All right, well, there's our first clue
Go bother someone else.
as he insults us as we walk away. Let's talk to her steward.
Hello, I'm Leith Wavrik, the Chief Herald and Countess Velga's attendant. Welcome to Chorrol.
The guards in the background. What can you tell me about the Countess?
The Countess is in attendance. Proper etiquette is expected.
Okay. Any clues you can give me?
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habit.
Okay, so we have a clue about Orgnolf
Fare thee
and
well.
Chanel. Let's go talk to the other members of the court, like this guy.
I am Orak Grogoth,
Oh, you're the
steward to Countess Ariana Valga, Countess of Chorrol. I manage her affairs, and the castle is in my keeping. I don't remember seeing Channel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all of the rain falling. As far as Channel and Orgnolf go, they seem fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since.
Okay, so we have 2 points of evidence for the porter. Here's Chanel. Let's ask her.
Any luck yet? Hello. Are you searching for something?
The guard. Yes. Tell me about Chorrol.
We're simple, God-fearing folk here in County Chorrol. Easterners worship their wallets and their fat bellies.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting?
The stolen painting was of Count Valga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
So what do you know about it?
I am sorry. I don't really feel comfortable talking with you about that night. I barely know you.
Okay.
Say what you're going to say. The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night. Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you.
Luck. Who needs luck?
Return.
My luck is only 5. Okay. The private quarters. Okay. The last guy we
You
need to talk
again.
to. Orgnolf Hairy Legs. That's quite a name, sir.
So, you a living statue, or are you going to say something? Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man. So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me.
We need to get him to like us so he'll actually tell us some
You've got
stuff
a point.
here.
Who do you think you are questioning me? I'd just as soon ask a goblin maiden to a dance than to answer your stupid questions.
Methinks you have a drinking problem.
It's Valga's errand boy. How goes the big, important investigation? Go ahead. How nice. The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading.
That sounds kind of suspicious.
Orgnolf.
Yeah, so now we need to find clues. Ooh, Nerevar Moon and Star. Now we need to find actual clues. So something that was mentioned multiple times was the Western Tower. So we're going to head there. This way, is this the Western Tower? Yes. Okay, so let's head here and see what we can find. Someone's been painting. I found an interesting painting in a concealed area of the West Tower. It seems someone in the castle is a painter. I think I should continue looking for more clues. All right, so there's one. This person is a painter. Another clue you can find is in the dining table. There is paint on the carpet here. I found paint stains and a paint footprint on the carpet in the dining room. I think I should look for more clues. Okay. So at this point we know that they're a painter, they stole a painting, they painted something else. So let's go poking around in people's rooms. Okay, so here's Chanel's quarters. And, ooh, she has a spell tome. Add Burning Anger to your spell list. Yeah, sure, why not? She has a lectern with a paint palette, paintbrush, and paintbrush jar. Chanel seems to have a painting supplies concealed in her lectern in her room. The fact they are concealed seems suspicious. I now have enough clues to make an accusation. Yeah, so it's Chanel. She stole the painting. The way she was talking about the Count is also a little strange. I don't know where she went, though. Did she make a run for it?
Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well.
It was you.
Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
I am accusing you of the crime.
You have strong evidence, but I do not trust you enough to speak true my motivations.
Okay.
Hello.
We have to make her like us enough? That's
I
dumb.
appreciate. Very well. I confess to the crime, but please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me.
Oh.
I am undone.
Now I get it. You're a psycho lady. Okay. Now it all makes sense.
Greetings, investigator. Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse?
It is Chanel.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Chorrol and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed.
Yeah, you could jail her if you wanted.
But she is never to set foot in Chorrol again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
Gold, gems, what more could you ask for? But I think I'm going to end the video there for today. We finished off what we could in Skingrad. We finished Bruma. We started Chorrol. Chorrol has some pretty good quests too. I think we have 2 more here before we're done with Chorrol. And they're quite lengthy, but also kind of cool quests. So that's what we'll do next time. If you've made it this far, consider liking the video and subscribing if you have not already. Other than that though, thank you for watching and peace out.